Hey everyone, it's Scott with the Wednesday end of day daily message. And I want to talk about two things. The first one, real quick, which is be flexible. In this new day and age of what we're going through and the new normal and connecting with people via Zoom, I think at times we tend to forget how technology is not perfect. I had the exact same thing happen to me today. As an example, was on a Zoom call with all of our Windermere owners in the entire state of Washington, and I was just experiencing a ton of technical difficulty, and it was frustrating. And I started to get very keyed up and very uptight, and then I stopped and said, now hang on, big stuff, little stuff. And I recognized that this was just, in the grand scheme of things, little stuff when we're getting so upset with the advancement of technology that it's not working perfectly for us. So, first message to all of you is remember, big stuff, little stuff. And quite frankly, it's all little stuff if we frame it correctly. Now, getting into second part of the message, which is really geared more towards and for our Windermere owners, which is how I kind of got this whole process started between that and our agents in the Valley and Liberty Lake office. And I want to real briefly touch on the final closing thoughts that I was going to give in our call. And that is, as we're heading into this new normal and the opening back up in the state of Washington, and again, Idaho and Montana have started to already do this, but in the state of Washington, we had a great call today that talked about numerous things that are taking place. And I just kind of wanted to do a mindset talk very briefly, and I'm talking just real brief, about three things. And the first one is fear and worry. And I've talked about this before, but for all of you over on the west side of the state that haven't seen my daily messages, the fear and worry component, which is you need to just eat the fear like it's ice cream. You're going through a process. You are going to have some normal feelings of fear. Embrace those like it's ice cream and plow through them. And I use that term as far as fear and worry being very much like what Tony Robbins said, which we spend 90% of our time worrying about things that are never going to happen, which is kind of like paying interest on a product or service that we haven't even bought yet. And we would never do that. So embrace the fear and plow through it. The second thing was about being a leader. And it's not just showing up and it's not just being visible, but it's rolling up your sleeves and getting involved with your organization, with your people, counseling them, letting them know that you're there for anything that they possibly could need. And that's the true sign of leadership, is getting in the weeds and doing what they're doing and helping them out. I know that's a big key for just general business success, and especially this time. And then the last thing is help. And I've talked about this before. Again, there was a video I did earlier that talked about a grandson talking with his grandfather and asking him if he had done anything different throughout his whole life. And he said, I would have asked for help more often. And let that resonate. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. And so I would tell all of our owners, and I've told this before in the Mountain West region, and for the Western Washington owners, use the network like Jennifer said. Use your regional leadership, use your mentors, and ask for help. It's a wonderful thing that's going to allow you to be successful and to take away some of the stressors that you may be feeling as well. So anyway, that was it in a nutshell. I wanted to just thank you all. I apologize again for the technical difficulties on the last call today. And for those of you that weren't on that call or don't even know what I'm talking about, that's okay. Trust me. Have a great day. Thanks.